and a whole new set of questions about a superstar who was never quite like all the others.
Why was now the right time?
Has fighting passed St. Pierre by?
What ultimately convinced you that you were capable of being the old GSP?
It's not over yet.
Or could this be the beginning of a whole new story of glory?
Now that we've pulled the thread, what's coming can't be undone.
This is the tale of all the reasons you won't be able to look away as one of the greatest ever makes his return.
Georges St. Pierre is a special fighter.
Every legend starts somewhere, and the legend of Georges St. Pierre started in Quebec, Canada, 20 miles south of Montreal.
Ho! Ho!
I grew up on countryside. It's called Saint-Isidore. It's a farm town. You know, it's a lot of farm there. It's like 3,000 people live there. Show you the basement where I grew up. That's a punching bag. I used to train this for a long time. This punching bag is older than me.
But as a young kid, St. Pierre didn't gravitate to that punching bag instinctively.
I had problem going in school. I was bullied a lot. I was not carrying myself with confidence. I was looking down, shrug my shoulder. The bully will always try to aim for the easier target, the person who looked weak.
St. Pierre's father, Roland, grew concerned for his son and enrolled him in Kyokushin karate.
J'ai pas laissé le choix.
Pousse, mon nom, Georges Pierre, mon karaté, Kyokushin Kai, mon kata, Basadai.
Les habilités, il y avait le talent probablement plus que la moyenne. Puis, c'est entraîné, la persévérance.
Karate gave me confidence, you know. Karate is not in the dojo. Karate is how you treat people in life, how you carry yourself. When you shake people, look in the eyes, that's karate. I didn't look like an easy target anymore, so the bully stopped.
As St. Pierre grew older, he fully immersed himself in karate. But then, on a fateful night in 1993, was inspired to branch out further into the martial arts.
We watched the first UFC and I saw Royce Gracie.
Royce Gracie!
He won the tournament against guys that were much bigger than him. It made me remember my past when I was bullied in school. So it was very motivating for me to see a small guy beat up a bigger guy.
It's gotta be a great joke, it's over.
Royce Gracie became my hero, and I was like, man, what is this jiu-jitsu? I wanted to learn it.
But in those early days of mixed martial arts, that was easier said than done. And to find high-level Brazilian jiu-jitsu training, St. Pierre had to drive 6 hours south to Renzo Gracie's academy in New York City.
The first time I had to go to New York, I couldn't speak English. I was broke, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I have enough money to go there, train, pay the hotel and the food.
The first time he came here, he used to be like more like a kickboxing. He was learning to grapple.
I got beat up by a guy who was like 30 pounds lighter than me, and I was shocked.
My grandfather used to have a saying, while you're the anvil, hang in there. When you become the hammer, hit hard. You know, so that was George. While he was the anvil, he thought about quitting, but he did not.
They beat me up, I tapped, then I came back. I said, oh, you want to do again? Okay, let's do again.
He hang in there, getting his ass kicked on an everyday basis until the day that he stopped paying back. That's the difference between the champion and an ordinary man.
Nice.
St. Pierre soon began merging karate, jiu-jitsu, and other martial arts to build his style. He then turned pro, turning heads in Canada with what even then looked to be singular gifts. And all the while, he had his eye toward breaking into the UFC.
UFC is the best organization. They have the best fighter all around the world. And for me, it's a great honor for me to be invited to fight here.
Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, please welcome George Rush.
St. Pierre was 22 when he made his UFC debut in 2004.
Georges St. Pierre comes with a big reputation from Canada.
And right from the start, his tremendous talent was unmistakable.
Congratulations, Georges St. Pierre.
Standing knockout victory. Very impressive.
His first title shot came in just his third UFC fight. And it came against a welterweight legend in Matt Hughes, the ferocious future Hall of Famer who become as dominant in the division as any fighter in history. St. Pierre had never fought with so much at stake, and the pressure clearly got to him.
I think I overestimate Matthews a little bit. I could not look at him in the eyes. It was like a monument. It was like a legend.
Are you ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
It made me remember a little bit like when I was bullied in school. Sometimes I had to fight these guys that were bigger, stronger than me, and I was going into a fight that I couldn't win.
There it is. Matt Hughes 101.
Matt Hughes is so powerful. Matt Hughes doing what Matt Hughes does.
Matt Hughes like a submission, and it's all over. Matt Hughes is the welterweight champion.
UFC welterweight.
Unfortunately, I lost that fight, but it made me stronger.
I didn't sleep for 2 days. I didn't sleep, and I was always only think about the position. Okay, if you do that, I'm gonna do that. If you do that. Did you? And now, and I don't thought about this position. So you get me. Next time, I'm.
Now you know.
So St. Pierre went back to work and back to dominating his opponents.
George St. Pierre dominant in every phase of the game, standing up and on the ground.
And after 5 straight wins, another shot against Hughes came in November 2006, a chance to avenge defeat and earn a world title. Two years after his first chance at Matt Hughes for the world title, George St. Pierre got another shot. But this time, he wouldn't be overwhelmed by the moment.
I realized that I had all the tools. I was very confident, and I knew I was going to win.
Are you ready? Let's get it on.
So much stronger mentally than he was when they first met.
That night in Sacramento, every strike seemed to signal the coming of a new era.
Head kick. Down goes Hughes. Oh, he's hurt. St. Pierre trying to finish it with the elbow. And it is all over.
George St. Pierre was 25 years old.
Tonight, the future has become the present.
A champion who looked simply unstoppable. His next fight came against Matt Serra, who earned his title shot after winning the UFC's reality show, The Ultimate Fighter. But St. Pierre was an 11-1 favorite. A vaunted champion against an unheralded challenger.
I just beat the best welterweight of all time. And I'm like, I'm gonna beat this guy, it's gonna be easy.
St. Pierre is buckled. Serra is going for the finish.
Unbelievable! Incredible!
It's over.
It's an humiliation. The worst humiliation of my career.
Matt Serra has shocked the world.
It taught me a big lesson of life.
And now, the new.
Et ça, on l'a tout su pareil. Il a pris peut-être pas ça assez au sérieux.
I'm gonna have to come back, stronger next time.